Yes, the iconic American sports car, the Corvette. It's been around since 1953 and represents our lust for power, freedom, and the good old naturally aspirated V8. Every car fan can instantly recognize the classy exterior and distinct exhaust note. But what if that standard, well-worn American design was stripped away and something more exotic was put on? This is the Aries S1. It's produced by an Italian design studio and coach builder with showrooms in Dubai, Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. Oh, it's fancy. There's a colossal roof scoop, bespoke top-mounted exhaust, and F1-style brake lights. Even the interior is decked out with fine leather and artisanal dashboard curves. But underneath that handcrafted carbon fiber body, beneath all that wild flair and expensive accessories, the S1 really originated from Kentucky. Yep, it's just a C8 Corvette. Of course, the engine has been tuned to match the exterior, now producing 715 horsepower compared to the stock C8's 495. But it's still naturally aspirated and still shares an identical chassis with the all-American muscle car. What is it that makes the Corvette so perfect to build supercars on? Well, it's cheap for one. Very few cars can compete on a horsepower per dollar basis. It's also popular, so there's really no fear of running low on supply. But perhaps the biggest seller is the support offered by both General Motors and aftermarket vendors. The LT and LS series motors can be bought off Chevy with a full warranty, and there are plenty of tuners willing to push them to insane limits. Take this Z06 GTZ for example. It produces 660 horsepower from a 6.2-liter supercharged V8. The source? A C7 Corvette Z06. Z06 is another Italian coach builder, like Aries, but Rivolta's Corvette history stretches all the way back to the A3C in the 1960s. It won its class in Le Mans during the 1964 and 1965 competitions, and later became the Bizzarini 5300. It too was powered by a Corvette motor in the front. The modern GTZ is a sort of contemporary interpretation of all of this, and just like the original, it has American underpinnings combined with Italian flair. The sculpted body is made of carbon fiber and features a raked fastback to maintain the classic proportions. Like the Z06, Z06 offers the GTC with a manual or automatic transmission, and claims it can reach a top speed of 193 miles per hour. With such a total makeover, very few could ever guess that an ordinary Corvette lies underneath. The Equus throwback is a little bit more blatant about it. It's pretty obviously built on a C7 Corvette with the same proportions and general design features, but the updated bodywork includes styling elements from every generation of Vette, from the side scallops to the faintly split rear window. If you couldn't tell, Equus intended this to be the ultimate version of the front-engined American muscle car. Not only does it have enhanced tips and a luxury Alcantara interior, but there's also been some tinkering under the hood as well. The new, improved Corvette motor now produces over 1,000 horsepower, meaning it can accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds and reach a top speed over 220 miles per hour. It's pretty excessive, but that's just the American way. Speaking of excessive, if supercars aren't super enough for you, check out this supercar by Gordon Tronson. It's pretty super. Also referred to as the GT55C, it's built on top of a 2001 Corvette, and given what I would describe as a pretty bland body. It almost looks like something Ford would have put out 20 years ago, or maybe a Hot Wheels. It's definitely not my style, but frankly, the exterior really doesn't matter. It only serves to house the most ridiculous drivetrain known to man. Behind the cockpit is mounted not one, but two supercharged LT4 crate engines, producing 640 horsepower each. Add them up and you're looking at nearly 1,300 horsepower sent to the wheels. It's hard to guess the performance of such a wild car, but top speed is probably close to 300 miles per hour. The creator, Tronson, runs a small hot rod garage out of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's called Double Trouble, and they specialize in adding 2 or even more engines into a single wild ride. For something slightly more practical, turn to Das Sportswagen, an Austrian tuner founded in 2003. After years of tuning experience and development, they finally created their own car in 2015, the Celero R63. It has a wildly aggressive stance, with custom hand-laid fiberglass body panels and aftermarket lighting. The interior is customized with matching trim and is offered with a 6-speed manual. It looks like something you would find in a video game, but it's real and it's a Corvette. Das admits the chassis and drivetrain are taken from what is most likely a C6 LS3 Vette, with a bit of tuning to improve the performance. The 6.3-liter small block V8 should now make 504 horsepower. Not bad for a car that weighs 3,100 pounds. Bonus car. Of course I have to mention the Velar Vette. From the creator of the Vader G35, this body kit brand has been making waves in the kit car industry for years. Based out of a Florida shop, they sell crazy exotic lookalikes that can be installed on affordable sports cars like the Z06 Corvette. I've made multiple videos on this company in the past, so I won't go into too much detail here. But the Velar is definitely one of the best known supercars to hide a Corvette underneath. Hey, want to learn more about affordable exotics and kit cars? Check out the playlist on the screen now. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.